Hello, and how's everyone doing today? I know I always ask because I'm genuinely interested, and even more now that the home education ships are ready to sail. So, if you try too hard to be a teacher, it will all end in tears. It's a funny thing to say to parents because when you think about it, we are teachers. We teach our children how to behave every day. But now we're being asked not only to have behavior management, but also to impart knowledge in a way that they can complete these tasks which have been sent home. But we're not teachers in the full context of being a teacher. Well, I am, but there are a few teacher parents around. But in general, it would be wrong for you to try and be a teacher and understand all the subjects and understand the way that questions should be answered. Because what will happen is that you'll end up in a big old fight with your child as they tell you that's not how Miss says to do it. And as a parent, you will then feel quite put out because who is Miss? I'm your parent. You should know, you should listen to me too. It's not necessary to get into that battle. What is necessary is that you manage the workload. You are the captain. Your child is the crew of the ship. So together, that ship has to keep rolling, doesn't it? It has to keep moving. It has to keep moving into the foreseeable future. So in order to do that, we have to set rules. Today, I'm just talking about the rules of setting boundaries. Just because they're at home, it doesn't mean that they are free to act in any way that they feel necessary, right? Yes, you are at home. Yes, you're not wearing uniform, but there also has to be another yes that you have certain tasks which need to be completed because you do have a future and you will be aiming towards that future once this virus is past. And it will pass. We need to make sure that our children understand this is not a new normal being at home. This is a very temporary thing. And for it to be temporary in the most painless way possible, it must be done. If we do not set these boundaries and ensure that the work is done, in actual fact, put on our parent manager muscles. If we don't do that, we're in effect saying the virus has won and there is no future for us. Now, is there anybody out there who has taken that road, that particular road? I hope not. I hope not, because education will remain one of the greatest tools out there to ensure that your child has the future that they deserve because every child deserves a good future. Education is a human right. They look to us to see how we respond to craft their response. So, as I said, you have to be the captain. You have to set the boundaries that you're expecting your child to respond to. And yes, you do have kids in school who don't respond to teachers' instructions. They'll respond to yours because they're living with you. So set it up the way you want it to. If you've had any problems at school where you don't think the teachers are being strict enough, take time now to be strict. Take time now to learn your child. Right? Take time now to see what is actually happening in their learning. No one's saying to you to mark anything. If the answers are there, you can tick the knowledge if you know the knowledge. But the other exam type techniques that are out there, no one's asking you to learn them. You're not a teacher. You don't want to end up in a big fight with your child. What you want to do is ensure that they're doing something every single day that is productive to their future. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. that they're doing something every day of the week, not necessarily the weekend, because we're trying to maintain the status quo. They're doing something that is contributing to their future, something tangible, something that they will remember. Okay. And once they've done that, then you can look at enrichment activities. Then you can look at trips to the park, out into the garden. Maintaining your physical distance, absolutely. Maintaining that you don't go near other people, because we've all got to stay safe. But as a manager, this has so many opportunities involved in it for you to actually craft the child, and get involved in the future that you want for your child. We've said as parents for many, many years that children are sort of drifting a bit out there on the streets. They're out there doing things that they shouldn't be doing. They're mixing with people they shouldn't be mixing with. Well, they can't now, can they? So if they can't, don't leave them indoors and bored. Because if you're not managing and making sure that they're doing the work, then they're going to get bored. If they're inside, use it as an opportunity to start working on those mindsets, start leading them in a positive direction, start leading them towards the way that they can see a future out there, not leading them into watching endless videos about people behaving badly in stores, stockpiling, fighting, arguing. No, that's become too much of a norm in our world. Lead them towards those people who are taking the time to actually wake up and smell the roses. And where no opportunity exists, creating opportunities. Just like you will be creating an opportunity for your child. Remember, remarkable things can come from points in life where things looked very dire. All it needs is the focus. So parents, I'm going to end on this note. Please don't stress, because your stress will be transferred onto your child. Please don't show fear, because when they see a chink in the armor, they will go for it. Don't fear, don't stress, just manage, okay? Make sure that there's a good couple of hours, 2, 3, 4, in which they're actually solidly producing something, putting some thought into their work, taking out the headphones, disconnecting online, actually just focusing on themselves. You should do a journal. They should do a journal in which they're looking at how much they've grown during this period. It's a good learning tool as well. Because a lot of them keep things up here because we couldn't possibly understand, could we? Because we're just parents. We were never little. We were never young. We would never, well, what do we know? But hey, give them a private journal. Give them something that they can keep to themselves, but get those words out of their head and onto paper. If it's out of their head, you'd be amazed at what else can come out. It's all in there. It's waiting to be taken on. Believe me, as a teacher, I've seen this so many times. When you take the time to sit with a child and get them to talk and get them to tell you what they like, it's fantastic. It's one of the best parts of the job, and I love it. So, and have as good a day as you can. Enjoy, manage that work, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Take care.